With their outlook for the UK specialty market in 2026, I'm joined here in the studio by three senior members of the team at Sompo. They are Catherine Foster, Head of London Market Upstream Energy, Neil Summers, Deputy Head of Marine, and Matt Church, Head of Aviation. Let's start by getting a sense from each of you and your particular specialism of how you see the market shaping up in the year ahead. Catherine.
Yeah, hi, Mark. So the specialty market for energy is an ever-evolving, dynamic marketplace. For energy itself, there's new technology coming through, and we're constantly faced with the global political situation. But for the insurance market, it's a challenging market. There's overcapacity. There's new brokers entering the fray, and we are facing the pressure of facilitization. So it's an ever-evolving marketplace.
Yeah. And we have a very similar position in the marine market. I operate principally in cargo. The market went through a period of significant hardening. Rates were increased, wordings were tightened, appetites redefined, and that has led to broadly profitable results the last 3 or 4 years. However, with those profitable results, we've seen an influx of new capacity, be that existing carriers broadening appetite or just new syndicates, new MGAs, whatever it could be. I'd probably estimate the London market capacity has increased from about 500 million in the depths of the hard market to maybe $1.5 billion now. So it's grown hugely. In addition to that capacity, we're seeing broader macroeconomic challenges, be it geopolitical issues, wars, tariffs, climate change, all the usual stuff. So yeah, it's certainly an interesting and challenging time.
I think it's super interesting because from our perspective, we have a lot of the same sort of characteristics coming through on the aviation side as well. So overcapacity is definitely a large part to the sort of challenges that we face. That being said, through the sort of subclasses of aviation, that we have seen the airline market bucking the trend actually for the end of 2025, where we have actually seen some rate increases, which from our perspective is obviously positive, but that is driven by sort of adverse loss experience. So from that perspective, I say there's probably still more to do to get it to truly a sustainable position, but it's certainly an improvement. But I think overall, as I fully appreciate that, as I no one likes their insurance spend obviously increasing, but I think what we're trying to do is obviously to get to a sustainable and consistent position for the market, which ultimately will reduce volatility and therefore be in everybody's interests.
But how do you navigate this soft market that you've sort of alluded to in your initial answers?
Yeah, I'll take that. And I think, as I from I think all our perspectives, that as a people is really the key. That as I say, it's about making sure that we've got the right people to be personable, to be able to give good service, and also to be knowledgeable and have experience as well, to be able to manage and to be able to navigate whatever obviously comes our way. So fortunately at Sompo, that's been one thing that's been truly consistent, that we've got a great group of people. We have seen a lot of growth and a lot of new people, but it still is the same so that it felt before. So that's been fantastic. But I think the other thing that we really need to always make sure that we do, and is something that is certainly a focus for us, is to listen. We need to be listening to our clients and making sure that we if there are ways that we can obviously find new risk transfer mechanisms, or there's ways to broaden our offerings, and just to be there for our clients when they need us the most. That's what we should always be striving for.
Yeah, talking about those offerings, I mean, we obviously are starting to experiencing a softening market, but as Sompo, we're looking at things that we can potentially do differently from our competitors to eliminate some of the effects of that softening. So one thing we've looked to do is build out our multinational capabilities. We wrote our first multinational policy in the cargo team last year, and we're certainly looking to do more of those in the coming year. We're also looking outside of London. We've built a cargo offering in both Birmingham and Manchester, and so looking to develop that as we can throughout 26.
I think, like what both of you are saying, is we really just have to continue to adapt to the environment that we're in. And with the size of Sompo that we're in, it's fantastic, but we need to be able to be nimble and dynamic to offer solutions to our clients, basically. But for me, I think what is really important is that we have to remain relevant, and our relationship with the brokers is vital. So it's the balance of that and maintaining our underwriting discipline, which is going to get us through this cycle.
And I think really on that underwriting discipline point, one of the great things that we've got for certainly on the specialty side and throughout the business really is a mixture of tenures of people. So whilst it's been an extremely exciting time and a period of growth for Sompo, seeing a lot of new faces and a lot of new talent, which is really helping to sort of challenge the status quo, making sure that we are remaining nimble, we are evolving, but equally that we've got the sort of people that have seen and been through all of that level of growth and really can sort of know who we are and make sure that sort of underwriting discipline obviously carries through.
Matt, you're nearly 10 years at Sompo.
May this year, yeah. So
Yeah.
So just pulling some of these themes together now, what would you say is the message from Sompo for the year ahead? Neil, let's start with you.
Yeah, of course. I would say our key message is to follow through on our plan for 2026. We've just had our annual kickoff meeting, and I think we all came away from that hugely positive, optimistic, and looking forward to the year ahead. Our plan this year is a bold plan. We aspire to grow our top line, which will be a challenge, but I think given the strength of the team, given the platform with which we have, I'm confident that we'll be able to achieve it.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with what Neil's saying. 2026 really is to further our expansion, seeking the new opportunities of other underwriting and new underwriting platforms. And at Sompo, we're so lucky with our global reach that, within the energy industry, our clients span the world globally. So we have that connection through whether it's Brazil, Singapore, continental Europe, and it's just building on those relationships within Sompo and collaborating together.
I mean, we're absolutely huge. Sompo are ginormous, and I think it's quite often underappreciated how big we are and the reach that we have in the markets that we operate in. I mean, in Brazil, we are probably the biggest marine insurer out there, and so recently we have been working more closely with them and looking to see where we can support them and develop business that's already within the company.
And yeah, I think, I mean, look, to both those points and just looking at sort of the future in general, I think that what we're really striving to do is to make sure that we're set up properly for, so not just next year, but the next 5 years, the next decade. So one of the things we're really looking at is how the demographic is obviously going to change. And one of the big things that's on our sort of radar is around that knowledge transfer. So where we see very experienced members of the team that potentially might start to look to step away from the business, that we're harnessing that and making sure that it's passed down. So the main driver of that is to make sure that we've got obviously a trusted, safe pair of hands, a partner for our clients and our brokers.
So lots of developments for the year ahead, but what excites you most for 2026? Let's start with you, Neil.
I think it's delivering on our plan. I'm really excited to see where our team can grow and get to.
Catherine.
Yeah, for me, it's our new office at 40 Leadenhall. It's a new area to be able to connect face to face with colleagues, clients, brokers in a modern environment.
Matt.
Yeah, all the opportunities ahead really, and working with our clients and our broker partners to tackle whatever foes comes our way in 2026.
We have to leave it there. Matt Church, Neil Summers, Catherine Foster, thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.